Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to this pre-induction talk for the Actuarial Science program at Hong Kong U. I'm Casey Chung from the Department of Statistics and Actuarial Science. In today's talk, I'm going to describe 5 important areas about your study at Hong Kong U here. So of course, the first thing that you would really want to know is about course selection. So what kind of courses are available here for you to choose? And secondly, I would like to talk about your career development. Because being an actuary is a profession. So if you want to be a successful actuary, you need to better prepare for your career. I will also talk about internship and exchange. And then I will also talk about how the department will provide support for you to prepare your future career. And finally, I will talk about scholarship opportunities in the program. So the first is curriculum and course selection. So you can check out our program design and the courses you need to take online through the link provided here. So as you can see, the table here lists all the required courses you need to take in the 4 years of study. So altogether, you need to take 22 courses in our program. For instance, in the first year, you can see you need to take 7 courses like financial accounting, microeconomics, macroeconomics, etc. And in the 4th year, you can see a list of courses for you to choose from. And you only need to take 2 from the list. And part 5 is about capstone requirement, and I will talk about it later. So altogether, in these 4 years of study, you need to take 40 courses. So that means on average, you need to take 10 courses a year. So out of these 22 courses, you still have about 18 courses for you to choose from. And among these 18 courses, you need to do some language courses, common core courses, etc. So basically, the remaining credits will be your freedom to choose any courses you like. So here I list the courses according to their area. For instance, you can see courses about mathematics and computer science, courses about economics, about quantitative finance, probability and statistics, data analytics, life insurance, and also non-life insurance. So courses in the first 3 years are basically core courses. So that means you don't have any freedom at all. However, courses in year 4 are electives. So you can choose any 2 of them. Of course, you can take more, depending on your choice and depending on your interest. So you can see we offer a wide range of courses for students to choose from. And here you can see a chart about the interdependence about the courses. For instance, you can check out the requirement to take a course. So what kind of courses you need to take before taking a particular course. So by using this chart, you can easily design your own course schedule. So as I mentioned it before, other than the 22 courses in our curriculum, you need to take a few more courses like language courses, common core courses, and a capstone course. And of course, many students would like to do double major or doing a minor beyond the actuarial science major. So here I list some popular choices among our students. So you can see computer science probably is the most popular double major choice for our students. And for minors, many students would like to do a minor in computer science, in economics, mathematics, and accounting. And of course, you can choose your own subject to study. So next, I would like to talk about the professional examinations and accreditation arrangement. Because as you know, being an actuary is a profession, and you need to take professional courses. So our courses are designed to cover the syllabus of both the IFOA, the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, and also the SOA, the Society of Actuaries. So these are the 2 biggest actuarial professions in the world. IFOA is in the UK, and SOA is in the US. So you can see if you want to be an actuary of the IFOA, you need to take some courses like core principles and core practices. And also you need to do the PPD, the personal and professional development. And for SOA, the system is very similar. you need to take 6 so-called preliminary examinations, and then 3 VEE topics, and then several e-learning courses. And at the end, you need to take a seminar course called the APC, the Associate Professionalism course. So here you can see the design of the IFOA curriculum. The upper panel is about the associateship professional examinations. So our courses will mainly cover those purple parts. And for the green parts, most of them will be done after you graduate. And the panel below describe different courses of professional tracks. So depending on your future career, if you are like working in insurance, then you can take the insurance track. Or if you are doing jobs about enterprise risk management, then you can take the enterprise risk management track. So in 2019, we have a new accreditation agreement with the IFOA. So we joined the ranks of the selected institutions around the world, which offer the maximum exemptions. So that means as long as you perform well in our curriculum, you can achieve a certain score in our courses. Then by the time you graduate, you will get the credits for these 6 professional examinations automatically. You don't need to take further examinations during these 4 years of study. And for the SOA, the system is very similar. You can see for the associateship requirement, there are several courses. The blue ones are the exams. The green ones are VEE. And then we have several e-learning modules. And finally, the red component is a seminar. And you can see we have courses designed specifically to cover the curriculum of each component. So here, under the new SOA curriculum, you can see students need to take 7 preliminary courses. And we have courses specifically designed to cover each of them. So you don't need to worry about missing anyone. And for the VE, basically, there's no examination. All you need to do is just to take the courses on the screen, and you can achieve a B grade or above. Then SOA will recognize your grade and give you the credits for these 3 VEE components. So next, I would like to talk about exchange and internship. So internship is definitely very important because if you want to get a full-time job, companies would really like to see your experience in the area. So they would like students to have previous internship experience. So first of all, I would like to talk about exchange first, okay? Exchange is easy because we offer plenty of exchange opportunities, not only from the university, but also from the faculty. So here I list the percentage of the participation rate of our students doing exchange. And you can see also a list of many well-known universities worldwide that are partner universities of us. So for internship, as I said before, this is really important. So luckily in Hong Kong nowadays, there are plenty of internship opportunities. I would probably say there are more opportunities, more positions than the number of students we have. So normally students will go out for an internship experience in their 3rd or final year of study. So for instance, the most popular timing will be the first semester of year 3. So after studying at Hong Kong U for 2 years, and then you take leave of absence for 6 months, and then you work in the company full-time as an intern. Afterwards, you come back, continue your study as a year 3 semester 2 students. And then because you have taken leave for 1 semester, you need to defer your study for 1 more semester. So normally students will graduate in 4.5 years. And as I said, because this internship experience is very important to our students, almost all students would like to participate. And you can see we have established a very strong connection with almost all big insurance companies and consulting firms. So more than 90% of our students will take part in the internship program. And here you can see the list of our partner companies. Our department has also developed an online system for students to apply for internship. So students in the 2nd year will have an access right to this online system. So students can apply for jobs online, upload their CV and so on, and then the department will arrange interviews with you. So next, I would like to talk about a very important part of your university life, which is about your career preparation and how to develop yourself professionally. So basically, what we want to do is to provide training so that in the first 2 years, probably you are taking a more passive role of learning technical materials. But then in your senior years, you will try to actively apply your learning in the real world scenario. So we provide students training. Okay, so let's look at how what kind of materials we'll provide to you. So in year one, all students will have a chance to take part in the so-called prelude to actuarial internships, and also a workplace etiquette workshop. So these two workshops are specifically for freshmen, so that you will have a better idea of what the insurance industry in Hong Kong is, and how to behave better in the workplace. We also provide students with internship presentation sessions, which is a sharing sessions from senior students. So year 3, year 4 students, they will go out for internship. After they come back, we ask them to give presentations to freshmen to share their experience. So what kind of courses are more relevant, what kind of skills are essential in the workplace, and so on. So that freshmen will have a better idea of what are really important in the outside world. So apart from the sharing from senior students, we also have a corporate mentorship program. So we have connection with many insurance companies, and we ask those working actuaries to come back and be a mentor to our students, to share their working experience to our students. We also organize PPP, which is called the Professional Preparation Program. So in this program, we have tailored modules to train students for their future career. We organize workshops to teach students how to interview. And also we have case analysis, group discussion, and so on. And then we also have a career advising program. So we have individual consultation sessions to teach students how to better write their CV and also their cover letter. And then we have one-to-one group consultation on interview skills. We even have mock interview with students before they really go out for the actual interview. And then we also organize a lot of different career talks. And then we also have firm visits. So we have arranged different firm visits to different companies so that students will have a better idea of the culture of different companies. And then we also organize alumni sharing. So we invite alumni, come back, share the experience with us. And students would find this very useful because this is a very good opportunity for them to connect with their senior students. And then we also provide a so-called certificate course about essential IT skills. So this course will be organized in summer. So students taking the course will learn many important computer programming languages like Visual Basic, SQL, SS, R, Python, and so on. And then at the end, we also organize career talk and firm visits. So these students will find this certificate course very essential because it really helps them to prepare for their internship. So after going through the first 2 years of training, career preparation, and so on, most students will get an offer. And then they go out, work in a company for 6 months. So you can see we have many photos here showing students working in companies, and they really enjoy their life as an intern. And as I said before, we also have exchange study. So the most popular pattern would be like this. So after studying for 2 years, they will go out for internship for the first semester. And then in the second semester, they will go to exchange. And then they will come back in year 4. So in the final year, students will take the capstone course. So most students would use the internship to fulfill the capstone requirement. So that means after they come back from their job, they would do a presentation and also submit a written report to describe what they have learned in the internship, what kind of skills are essential, what kind of experience they have learned, and so on. So they would do a presentation, submit a report, and that's it. Some students would like to do a project. So they would like to do a more academic project under the supervision of a professor. So we have two kinds of projects provided to students. One is an individual project, one is a group project. So depending on your interest, you can work on a more academic project, and that will be an individual project. Or you can work with several fellow classmates on a more practical problems, and that will be a group project. And then for all years of students, we also organize career fair. So companies will join this fair, and they will even have interview with students immediately. And sometimes they even offer students, say, an internship opportunity or even a full-time job. So finally, scholarships. So I know that many students would be very interested in getting a scholarship. So we are very lucky that Dr. Patrick Essipun has donated a large sum of money to the department. And the money has established a scholarship called the Dr. Patrick Essipun Scholarship. So we have 5 scholarships offered to the most outstanding entrance record students from JUPAS. So the amount is say $50,000 or $60,000 per year, and they are all renewable. So that means as long as your academic performance at Hong Kong U is very satisfactory, then you can renew and get another $50,000 or $60,000 in your second year, in your third year, and in your final year. And then we also have scholarship from some private companies like this one, China Life Insurance scholarships in actuarial science. We have scholarships donated from the Hong Kong Federation of Insurers. And then also scholarships from the IFOA. So they have this so-called Sir Edward Johnston Prize. And then this is a new scholarship. This is called the IFOA Foundation China and Southeast Asia Scholarship Fund. And then the ASHK, the Actuarial Society of Hong Kong, has also established a scholarship recently. So this is what I really want to share with you today. So among these 5, okay, so I really want to emphasize that our department has put a lot of effort in helping students to prepare for their study. So during these 4 years of study, okay, because of the accreditation requirement, you really don't need to take any examinations. You just need to follow our courses, perform reasonably well in our courses, and then you will get exemption from the IFOA. So in terms of exam pressure, I would say this is not really that high. On the other hand, we have plenty of internship opportunities and also full-time job opportunities. If you remember in the information day last year, I also mentioned that the employment rate is essentially 100% in the past few years. And students would easily get a job by the time they finish their final year study at Hong Kong U. So overall speaking, I would say this subject is a professional subject. It provides you a very stable career, okay? And I do hope to see you in the future. Thank you very much. One student asked, how many years does it take to pass all actuarial science examinations? So as I said before, because of the accreditation requirement, you don't need to take those preliminary examinations. Of course, some students would like to follow the SOA track. In that case, they still need to take some exams in these 4 years of study. And according to our experience, after students graduate, they normally would take about 2 to 3 more years, and they will finish all the exams. So that means 4 years of study at Hong Kong U plus around 2 to 3 more years. So altogether 6 to 7 years. So entry salary. Okay, so each year Hong Kong U will have a graduate survey about students' placement situation, how much they earn, etc. The statistics from year 2021 is still missing. Okay, so probably it will be released soon. But from our statistics in year 2020, okay, so the median salary is around $21,000 per month. Okay, so in Hong Kong, I would say an entry-level actuaries will be earning about from $19,000 to $22,000 per month. Okay, so depending on your GPA, depending on the type of the company, etc. The student asked whether this is a stressful job. Okay, I won't say it is stressful. Well, I must say, well, every profession is stressful in some sense. Okay, if you want to be a profession, you need to pay effort. Okay, right? You need to devote time, effort in your job. But I won't say being actuary is particularly stressful. Okay, exam pressure is not that high. Okay, it only takes you 2 to 3 more years after you graduate to finish all the examinations. Okay, and very often an actuary's job will be very seasonal. Okay, because of the regulation. Okay, from the government, insurance companies might need to submit various kinds of reports to the regulators. So when those reports are due, then probably actuaries are more busy. But other than that, I would say it is not particularly stressful, and they really don't need to work overtime too much. So there's another questions about zero unemployment rate. So as I said, Hong Kong U every year, okay, so when students graduate, Hong Kong U would like to have a survey to see how the students' placement situation, okay? So what kind of companies are they working in? How much are they earning, etc. So from the record, okay, so in the past 10 years, probably, okay, the employment rate is essentially 100%. We have, each year, we have around, say, 90% of students going out, working as an actuary. Might be the remaining 10%, say, going to further study, or they are returning to the home country because they might be some international students and they want to travel back to the home country. We also have occasionally 1 or 2 students not seeking full-time job. Okay, so for some might be personal reasons or family reasons. But other than that, essentially, I would say the unemployment rate is essentially 0. So for interview, so as in previous years, normally we will have interview before the release of the DSE exam results. Okay, so it will be like last year it was in July. Okay, as far as I remember correctly, early July or late June. So before the release of the DSE result, we held the interview. We haven't confirmed the arrangement this year yet, but probably we will follow the same practice, having the exam in early July or late June. So for promotion opportunities, yes, students are really concerned about this. And I must say, being an actuary is quite interesting because, as you know, we have professional examinations. So company will give you a salary increment for each exam you pass. Okay, so if you pass this examination, okay, might be several $1,000s. Okay, this exam is more tough, okay, more difficult. If you pass this exam, then this company will give you a bigger increment. So I would say from a entry-level actuary to say assistant manager, it will take you about 3 years. Okay, so during these 3 years, of course, as long as you perform well, you can pass professional examinations. After 3-4 years, definitely you will become assistant manager. And it then takes you maybe 2-3 more years, become a manager. So many of our students, after working in the industry for say 10 years, they are already in a rather senior position. So a student asked whether the interview will be done after the release. Probably no. Okay, we will only do it before the release of the exams. So a student asked whether the interview will be done online. I don't know yet, okay? Depending on the COVID situation, probably it will be done online, I guess. So I guess the student is asking for the admission requirement, right? So for the admission requirement, so we require students to have M1 or M2, and we also require a level 4 in math and M1 or M2. Okay. So other than that, we don't have specific requirement. Of course, beyond on top of the basic entrance requirement. Okay, so we require students to have level 4 in math and also in M1 and M2. So probably you might be asking if you haven't put our program as one of your Band A choices. In that case, we will not invite you to an interview, right? So in that case, if you put our program as one of your Band A choices, afterwards, after you reprioritize your JUPAS choices, then you will still be considered. Okay, so I guess if there's no more questions, then probably we will stop here. So thank you again for attending this pre-induction talk. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. Bye-bye.